different operators. If I select this, then I have to enter the name. Suppose I enter Alice, and then when I click on this submit, the data should be filtered and this result should appear. So now let's dive into this. So this problem statement, I hope this is clear. So interviewer has given me this requirement that I need to build a user specific dynamic filter. Okay. So first drop down should be of fields, and then first drop down should be of field. Then second should be for operators which will be depending on this first drop down. Okay, on this field, for name I will have different operators. For age I will have different. For status I will be having different. Now the third input will also be depending on this first drop down. Like if name is selected, then accordingly I should enter an input box where I can type my text. For this age, I can enter the number, and the status we can simply have input box also, and because it will be an enum type, then I can also have a drop down. So now intuition, how will we solve this problem if we are given this? So first of all, we should think of having this data, right? How we will in combine these three, how we will form this data. Okay, we can do this like filtering logic, we can apply all this logic afterwards, but for creating a skeleton we want something. So how we can do, like we can create interfaces, right? Because they will have what are types. I want type, that name will be string, age will be string, I can give that an interface. But then how to know that this name has this operator and this input box? This input box will be your depending on your type. So basically operator and type should be there in your field. So for this, we will create a config object instead of hard coding it in HTML. This will make it extensible. So like if tomorrow someone come and say that we want to add this particular field, then we can simply extend it, right? Like here we can add like name, age, status is there. We can add something else also. And secondly, why we have chosen this config? Because if I want this name, I can get this by doing what object dot keys. Now I want this operator, then this will be what name dot operators. Now suppose if I would be having this some more inside this operator, then I can do name dot operator dot this. But right now this is a value, but I'm saying that if we have another nested, then right now we can do that name dot operator, name dot type, right? To access this. So for accessibility, I think that config is good. So first of all, interfaces we need to create. Why? To tell that this is the type. Now you might be wondering that okay, you said right, but why we have chosen these two different interfaces? Why don't we create one interface at all? So my friends, the logic is that I said that name should have two things, operators and type, right? So this name is what my field, right? This age is also my field. So for these field, I want to tell the type of what operators and type, because operators will have an array of string which will have their in different objects, okay, different values. It will be an array of values, okay, there will be different values. So that's why we created one interface field config, which will be having interface is having the information about the fields. Okay, so field information about the field data we can see. So now operator will be string array, right, where we will give values. This type can be of three types. Right now we are considering text, number and enum. Text for age, number is sorry, text is for name, number is for your age, and enum is your for status, right? Now this interface config, this is config is for your this creating your this config. So I have defined the type of these, right? Now I want to define the types of this name age. So I know that this name will be having operator and type, and this operator and type I have defined in this interface. So now simply I want to create name of type field config. Okay, I hope this is clear. Then I will export this. Why I am exporting? To use it in my other parts of application. Okay, so this is of type config. Config have name age status. Okay, this has been done. Now name is having field config, so this is operator type, so this is done. I hope this is clear. If this is clear, the whole point of creating this application is sorted. When I was asked, I was not able to decide this. That's why it became difficult for me to design and time was up. When you decide and you know you have this, you can easily do further. Okay, so further is very simple. Now you want logics. Now in my screen, what will be visible? Field, okay, operator, okay, and your value. Now this value is displayed, but we haven't give this value here. Why? Because value is not given by any backend user, right? Well, it's not given by backend, it is given by user is dynamically typing. Okay, so for this, we will create an interface which will show the fields or the data which will be rendered on the screen. These three will be displayed on my screen. So I will create this form field interface which will have field operator value. Now field will be string. Now operators here is string. Now you might say that wait, I have operator here, but it was of string array. Why? Because here the data was from backend, and in this string array, we will be having a series of data, right? These all was given. These were many, but when user will give only one operator, right? And it is of what string only. So that's why I have used string here. Okay. Now value, it can be either string or number, so I have given this. Now I have created this interface, okay, and I said that there will be three fields visible in your browser, in your UI. But how I will display this? And if user wants to add one more field, you can say row. So if he wants one more row, then how I will do that? If it wants one more, then how I will do this? That means I'm storing this row somewhere, right? And we know that for storing, array is best. So I want array. So for which properties I will create an array? I will create an array depending on what in the UI it will be shown. So in UI I said that this will be shown. So for this interface of this type only I will create an array. Then for adding items, simply what I need to do, I want to add, I want to push in that array. Okay. Now this is clear that I have pushed in my array, so initially this is there. But how I will show this in UI? For showing drop downs, so we know that in HTML we can do rendering, we can use select. But this is what? This is taking users value, this is saving it somewhere, na? Then only depending on this value it is rendering this value. So how we can store the value? On clicking. That means we need to use forms. So there are two types of forms, template or reactive. You can choose any. I'm using template because this is very simple. I don't want to do much work with form. I just want the ng model property so that it can update both in my array and in my UI simultaneously. For ng model, it means that I'm using template driven and I need forms module. Okay. So first, my work is to show like your first drop down. This fields from come from config keys. We will do object dot keys and from config it will come. Now when I will select, I need to update it in the array depending on which my second select will work. It will also give me some values. I will select, and depending on that third, I will give the value. This is third is depending on first only, and second is also depending on first. Then comes your applying filtering logic. Now, how can you filter? You can use dot filter and dot reduce method. I will show you in code, then it will be more clear. Now, one use case you had to be aware that if a user has created, okay, field operator and value comes, but he doesn't select anything, then what should happen? Or otherwise, if user hasn't selected any filter, then also the entire data as it is should be shown. Okay, so we will use this logic in our reduce, that if field and operators are not there, then also return the accumulator, that is show the initial value. Okay, this was your filtering logic. And because filter, you are filtering on three drop downs, and then user might have multiple rows, so we will have a condition like and an or. So conditional logic will be there, depending on and or, it will combine the rows and display the filter logic. Okay, now there will be some takeaways. I'm telling you that what you should conclude from the above, then we will proceed towards coding. Config drives your UI. Okay, so config is important. You should make config first. Then model your condition. Always define interfaces. You are telling the types. Now this is important. I will show you why. Use value. Like this is what array. When you don't give this now, then it doesn't know that in ng model which value we need to store. So Angular by default take the string value and gives that to store. But when it gives you string and in your input box or something there is number type, then it is number and this is string. So when you filter, then will it compare correctly? Like your string 2 is equal to I can say string 3, or 2 is equal to 3. So these two are different now. Like depending on string and text, string and number, it will compare differently. For string, it will take sky values, and for numbers, it will take the number. So with this, value array is important to give. People often forget when they use ng model that in option you should use value, but you should, because it will explicitly tell that bind this value only. Okay, now for filtering, I'm using reduce because we want to conclude to one specific point that depending on this condition filter this. Okay, so I have reduced, I am concluded and came to a one value system. Okay, now we will start from small, build feature by feature. Okay, not start by writing whole logic first. Okay, so quickly let's dive into your code. So for to not make this video too long, I have already written my interfaces here. You can see field config, same. I have pasted the screenshot there to make you understand config, and this config here, this is there. Okay, now let's come to this form. Now I have told you that I need interface of which type, of form field. Okay, form field. So it will have what will be shown in your UI, right? So I have already shown you this, that this form field, it will have field operators and value. Okay, so quickly just code it. Okay, so it will have what, it will have field will be of what, string type. Okay, then I will have operators, it will also be of string type, and then value, and value can be of your two, either it can be string or it can be your number. Okay, now I said that this is the data I've written, this will be shown in UI and we will do filtering depending on this. So now I want to create one array, right, as I told you. Now array should be of what? Of your type interface form field. So I will give conditions name of my array. Okay, so this will be a form field. Okay, and initially it should be empty. So your this array is created and this is your data. Now I want to display this data, right? So let's create filtered data. Okay, so I want to first for display this data, so I will use this dot data. Okay, now I told you that we want okay, so first of all let's make this get add function. Okay, so initially I have this array, so I want to add rows in this array, right? Initially this is an empty array, so what I will do, I will return what? This dot conditions dot push. And what we are pushing, we are initially pushing fields that should be empty string right now. And yeah, it was field. Okay, then I have operators and it will be also string, and then I have what? Field operators and value. Initially this is also empty, so this is done. So now addition will happen whenever I click, so it will be added. Now I want keys. Okay, so get keys. Now how I will get keys? I already told you that for getting keys, for getting fields, okay, we want to do object dot keys of this config, of this config. So I need this config keys, then only my fields will come. So what we can do, that I will create one fields, and that is coming from your config. Okay, now this config should be okay, it is not used, that's why it was throwing error. So config is this. Now how we will get this keys? So simply return this dot object. Okay, not this, we are using object dot keys. I want object keys. Whose object dot keys I want of the my config. So it was this dot my fields created. Okay, so it is used. Because these fields are of, you can see that I have this config and this field is coming from here. So this is okay. Let's see further that what's the issue. Just let's move further. So now let's create one by one. So we will have one div. Let's give a heading that it is a dynamic filter. Now I want a div and I want to iterate, right, over my conditions array because I want to display that. Okay, so let condition of conditions, and let's keep index also. Okay, I is equal to index. And why we have taken this I is equals to index? To track. I will show you what I want to say. So let I equal to index. Now inside that I want to first show one drop down, right? For drop down I have this select. And I said that it should have one option. It will have multiple options, that is name, age, and status, but we don't want to hard code, so we have a list. So I can iterate here also, so I will use ng for. So let option of option of यहाँ so I will see that I want options, and now these options are what, my keys, right? These this get keys. Here object dot keys was my fields, right? So I want this. So I will say that let option of get keys. In this get keys, what I am taking a field. So it should be my condition dot field, right? And then, and here also I should get field, right? It should be field, and field should be of string type. I should get this field, but I already have. I don't want to get this. So here I don't need to do this. In fact, I can only call it directly. Okay. So because it is getting condition from here only, right? And from here I'm getting my keys. So just show my option here. Now I want what to get updated in my array also. So I will use ng model. In my select, whatever my option is selected, it should be updated what, updated with condition dot field. Now if I do this, I want to bind, right? So here I can say that in value give what, condition dot field. This condition dot field is binded over here. Okay, so this fields should be equal to config, not uh, like this, because it's config is not a type. It's what, it's the value, and I'm assigning this to my field so that I can easily use here. Okay, now I've created this add, but now do you know if I will save this, will it work? We will do it step by step so that you know what all are the errors it may come. Now you will see that only dynamic filter, which was our heading, will come. Okay, and no drop down is coming. Why? This is because you haven't provided any button to create, and here initially you have provided what, empty conditions array, and this filtered data will be displayed, but I haven't used in HTML, right? So first of all I want my drop down. Okay, so I want a button. So on clicking my button, add get add function should be called. Okay, and it should say create. Okay, so now let's see what happens. I have this create button. Okay, dynamic create. Now when I clicked on this create, this name, age, and status, this drop down is visible. Okay, so this is working fine, but it has one error. I will show you in console. When you will go right now, it is not throwing error. It's because I haven't added more fields. Okay, so here I will add fields. and I will eventually show you when that error will occur. Right now it is not coming, but there is one error which comes with ng model when you use this. If you don't use name with it, this name is important, okay? Otherwise it will say that this ng model is not a part of your form, and if you are using a form you haven't set the value. So this error comes in your console, but this doesn't affect your working, but it is there in your console. And this is because your Angular, whenever you use ng model, wants that individual things which you are saving to track it with an uniqueness, okay? So for that I will use this. That's why I have given this index I. So for that, I was giving this unique name for each select, so that it know that for field 0, field 1, field 2, that this is your unique name. Then it won't show any error. Now this is clear. Now I want just simply copy and paste this. Now I want that this condition dot operators should be visible, okay? But how will it be visible? Because we got the keys and these operators are in the values, right? So for that, we want to change this and create one function get operator. And now I said that each field has a different list of their own operators. So here we should be knowing that which field is being selected. So for that, I want to pass condition dot field over here as an argument. So now my Angular knows that this particular field is selected, and I want to display this field's value, the array of the operators. Okay, and here also instead of field, I want operators, and here it should be operators operator, and I will change this to operator. Okay, now I have this select, and now I said that this should be visible or when this user selects our field, so it should not be visible every time, right? So I will use one more ng if condition. Okay, I will condition dot field and create this condition dot operators. But now we have to change it in terms of adding this ngif condition for your conditionally rendering this option, this select drop down, that when it is selected your field, then only this operator drop down should appear. And now this operator drop down will have different operators depending on which field is chosen, right, is chosen. So for this we will create this function, and where we will pass this condition dot field, because right now when you do use this ng model equal to condition dot field, then in your this array initially it was empty, when you added it became this. So this object here in field, it will add the value that now field is your name or your age, okay? So now for this operators, let's create your second function get operators. This get operators is what I create use here. It was get operator. Okay, so let's do it get operators. So this get operators, now it is expecting one argument, and this that argument should be field, and that field will be what, of string type. Okay, now what you will do, you know that we want the value of this field, right? So this dot fields, because this fields is your config. Inside this config, this field will be there, your key. So when you do this field, dot operators, you got the key, then you will do dot, and here you have this operator, so then this operator should come. Or if it is like not selected, then it will be empty. So we can say this. Now you will see, this is for your handling empty case. Now you will say that if operator is also empty, if null is coming, so you will use this operator. Okay, now you might be seeing that a red line is there. There is an error. Okay, the error is that implicitly has an any type, right? So this error is simply because this field is of type string, and this TypeScript is saying that whatever string you will give, how I can consider it as my key. My key can only be these three, right? So he is also right. So for this solving this typecast, we should tell Angular that whatever string we will pass, it will be of these three type only. It will be not any other string. So for that, I will use field as key of config. Okay, now see, this error is gone, because now it is saying that whatever string it is accepting, it is it will be a key type only of my config interface, so you don't need to worry. Okay, so now let's see that this part is also created or not. So if I click on this create this name, I have selected name, age, status. Okay, so multiple is coming, but why it is not rendering it conditionally? Whatever. Okay, I think we haven't saved this HTML file. So if we see, so what's the error? Right now, if I just save it, then we can see that it will malfunction. Okay, so just refresh it, save. So we can see that by default this name is coming, right? And this is coming like this, but it is not as we desired, right? So why this is something malfunctioning, but in console we are not seeing any error. So this is because you have set in this value this condition dot field. When you are doing property binding, you want that this value should go in this condition dot field, but you are doing what? You are saying that this condition dot field itself should go inside condition dot field, which is wrong. What you want is that for every option, this field, which is name, age, status, should only go inside that. So you should select this, okay? And here also you should give what operator. What is this operator field? This. Okay, when you are iterating, then individual entries should go. So now if you save and see, this error will be gone. We can see create. Now these are the drop downs. We can see when we select name, we can see this drop down, right? But now I just want that this drop down should only come when any of these fields are selected. Okay, so for that, what we can see, we can do one thing, that in select, we can write one condition, ngif, and in that condition, we will pass that if condition dot field is there, then only show this operators drop down. So we can quickly check and see. We have created only one drop down is coming, right? When we select, then other drop down will come, right? Now there is one more thing that I'm unable to know that for what these drop downs are for, right? So I want ki by default something should come, so we can add option, then we can write value. If the value is empty, right, then make it disabled. because it is not that you can select it, and should be always selected. And then you can write what you want to display, like choose a field. Okay, now you can save it and quickly can you can see that, yeah, by default, if you refresh it, see, so choose a field is coming here, right? And now you can hover on it, but you can't select this. But now one more thing is there, that it is not coming as a placeholder here, right? So what we can do, that this value is doing what, it is binding it, but I just want to take it as a string. So now if I do, then I can see that as a placeholder it is coming. Still they can be hovered, but this cannot be, right? So I hope this part is clear. So quickly we can add this for like our operators also. Here I can write chooser, choose an operator. Okay, so this is clear. Now I want that this is done, right? We can see on condition, when this is selected we can see these operators. Now I want our input box, right? We can also make drop down also, but for now let's keep it simple because time is very less and this video will be little bit long. So I will just simply add an input box, but that input box will also be on ngif condition, that if my condition dot field is selected, then show this drop down as well as this input box also. Okay, and for this input box give a placeholder where I will enter a value, and then the type, this type, then now what should be the type, it should be depending on the field, right? So I will create one get type function. Now this function should also accept as argument what, condition dot field, that whatever is selected, right? And now I also want that this part should also be updated in our what, in our conditions array. So again here also I will add ng model, and what should be here, here what should be given are conditions, condition dot value. Here the value should be updated, right? This should be our input box. So if we quickly save it, this is right now not a function, but input box should be seen, right? We can see, right? Now I want the value to be taken, so I need to create this get type function, and then I need to create a button also. Suppose here I will have button on click, my function that is apply filter should work. Okay, so right now we can also say that let's name it submit button, right? So function name we will keep it submit only because it might confuse you. Here I can say that apply filter. Okay, now we need to create this submit button, right? So now we will quickly go here and now we see what operations we want to do. Now first of all get type, it will also accept field as a string. So I think this is clear. Now we want to return, and in this also this dot fields, in this field would be as a key, but because it can be confused by TypeScript we will give this, right? And now here should be our type, and just for the safe let's take null also if someone does this. Now create a submit button. Okay, And now here we can I'm consoling it for I will apply filters, but right now I'm doing console because I want to show you something. Okay. Yeah. And first of all, I let you see something which I wanted to tell you, and afterwards we will add filter, right? So now if I selected name, then I chose this and entered a value. Wait a minute, we haven't saved our HTML file, that's why button is not visible. Yeah, now apply filter button is visible, right? Now if I say enter value Anjali, okay, now apply filter. See, in this array, this field is populated with name. This is because of your ng model. Operators are filled with this equal to, value is now Anjali. These are set, right? So this I wanted to share, that why it is happening. Now we will create a main logic that how this is happening. So in filtered data only, we want to apply filter, right? So we will call apply filter. So now create this apply filter function. Okay. So now how will this work? First of all, we want this dot data. This data is what? This entire data. So we want that firstly on the entire data. Okay, what you want to do. So this is a function. So first of all we need to return. So on this entire data you want to do filter, right? So in filter, what I am saying, that on which basis you should do filter, return this dot conditions array. Okay, this condition I earlier shown you just now that in our conditions array these values have been updated, right? So in this dot conditions, I will add reduce function. Okay, and it will accept three things: accumulator, condition, and our index. Okay, and initial value should be true as boolean, and I'm writing as boolean because of the TypeScript, so that it doesn't take it any wrong. So also I will specify here so that no TypeScript error we will encounter. Okay, now this how to approach this, we have accumulator condition this. Now I earlier told you that if we have these filters, we have created filter but we didn't enter anything, user did not enter and just hit the submit button, then we should not get any error. So we need to handle that. So here for that we will write that if we don't have any condition dot field, or we don't have any condition with condition dot operators, okay, then we should return accumulator as it is. The entire list should be shown. Okay, that's why initially we have done true as boolean. We have given the accumulator values to that initially. If nothing is applied, show the entire data as it is. Okay, now this is done. Now we want the field value, right? So how we will take the field value? So it will come from fields. This will come from items, right? Item take the value, okay, and store in my field value. So how I will do? So I will take item, and as a key I want to take my condition dot field. This should be my key. So as key of type of item. Okay, so now this is my field value. Now I want results to be stored somewhere, so I will take results and initially I will take it as false. Okay, now I have multiple factors, right? Multiple cases. So for that I will use switch, and that operations will define, right? So it is depending on my conditions dot operators. Condition dot operators. Oh, it's condition. Why is it taking its conditions? It should be my condition dot operator. Okay, dot operator. Okay, why this is coming? So yeah, so this is right. So in condition dot operators, I will take this condition dot operators, and in according to these operators, I will do the filter one. Okay, so I will store result in that. For example, the first case can be like if equal to is given. Okay, so I can say that equal to is not equal to, and these less than greater than is given. So right now take few. Okay, so if case and result, then what you will store, you will use a, I will use a ternary operator. Okay, so now I have to compare that if my item is equal to my field value. Okay, this item dot uh, wait a minute, it should be condition dot field, the condition dot value, sorry, yeah, now this is right. In result I will store what, if condition results, so it should be results, yeah. Now you can see conditions dot value. Okay, so we have this condition dot field according to which we take out the field value, because as a key we use, so we got the value. Now in results we are storing, and these are the operators accordingly we are. So if these are equal, okay, if these are equal, then we want to store the, okay. So now we want to store in the results for every case how we want to filter. So now we can either do this, or because it's a boolean, so we can skip this ternary, right? We can directly do this one. And then after every case we will use break, and this is a normal syntax. So yeah. Now other case will be our not equal to. So for this also we'll do the same. Okay, so quickly just write all the conditions. So it should be condition dot value, which should not be equal to a field value. Okay, so I'll just, okay, I just copy this. So we have, now we have case greater than, we have less than. In fact, we also have cases for your enum part, but right now I'm skipping. If you want to practice, you can. Okay, so we have written these cases, so it will cover all the cases right now for which we have made this config part. Okay, now for this status part also, so we have given this type as enum, right? So this is a homework for you. What you can do is you can create an enum array over here. Okay, like this you can create an array giving like enum options, and then there you can write active, inactive, pending accordingly, and then in the html you can create the drop down. Okay, so create a div with ng container. Basically if you want to avoid div, you can use ng container, and there on the condition you can display input boxes and your drop down accordingly. Okay, so this you can try. Right now what we are saying that yeah, we have covered this switch cases, so it will filter out. Now if my index is 0, then return my result. results. Okay, now what this index equal to 0 means that if only one row is there. Okay, so if this one entire row is there, so only apply filter accordingly. If now I want to combine, then I also want one more input box. Okay, your drop down which will have the condition. Okay, that will be your condition logic. It will be and or. Okay, we can do if you want, then I can do it in another video, but if I do right now the video will be quite longer. Okay, so we can skip that part. So now argument, yeah, and we have to return. Inside this I have done this accordingly. No sign type is undefined is, yeah, this why this error is coming, because we are not returning anything. Okay, like here we need to return results. So if I would have logic selected and then that, then here I can do that. Okay, instead of returning results, if I will return results and accumulator, if it's your and condition dot logic and is selected, so you can, or we can do one thing, I show you. Okay, then it will be okay. So like this you will do, or you will do results or accumulator. Okay, now condition dot logic, you need to create here an interface with value. There will be your logic, and logic it will be a string that would have and, or it would have or. Okay, and here initially you will give logic as empty. Okay, so here also give it empty. Okay, so logic should be right now I am giving it and. Okay, so this dot apply filter should be called, and now results our accumulator, so this will be stored. Okay, so this is our logic. Now because we have included our condition, so what we need to do, we need to add one more select and this, in fact take the same select again, and condition field operators. Now your logic should be updated. This should be logic, choose combine, let I don't why to add this. Instead we can do one thing, just simply what I will do, that I will hard code the option. Okay, so our value is if, okay, so it will be and here other option it will be value will be your or. Okay, uh, now let's save it and see how it is working right now. I want to also, yeah, we have create apply button. I will create, then I have this drop down, I selected name, then these all are coming, right? But now I can see that I have and or, but it is coming with my first row only, right? But if I don't want it with the first row, because it is only practically or logically, it should only be present if my other row is added, right? Now this should come. If someone has only one row, this should not be coming, right? So for this, we can in our HTML file we can change over here. So if, yeah, this if condition, I can set it like this: if my I is less than condition dot length minus 1. Now what is they want condition dot y, oh, it's like, because condition we have written, it should be conditions, because we are iterating on what? Conditions array. So if my conditions array is length, this is for your considering your last row, okay? If my length minus 1, if I is less than that, then only show. That means for the last row it will not show. Let's just see it. So refresh it. So now I have this create. I'll choose this. So I'm, yeah, we can see it is not coming. But if we add one more, yeah, it conditionally rendered over here, right? So this is what we wanted. So this is working fine. But now I want to display my data so that I can check if it is working fine or not. So just render our data. So inside my pre tag, this tag is for pre formatting, okay? So here I will show my filtered data, okay? Now what this filtered data was, this where I have stored this data, right? This data is stored over this filtered data. So this is, and I want the display to be in JSON format. So just write this. Now I, if I see, let's see if it is working as expected. So yeah, right now whole data is displaying, right? Just refresh it. Yeah, whole data is visible. Now let's create one filter and see if I have name equal to and I have Alice, okay? So now I apply this, yeah, so I can see that data is getting filtered, right? Now CSS is not looking good. So yeah, for CSS, what I shown you in the starting was this. I have written this CSS class. If you want, you can ask. I can drop the code. So we will add this filter builder. Just copy this. Okay. Filter builder. Go here in your div, add your class equal to this, and for buttons also I have this class, that is your add. Okay, I had this add class. Yeah, add and apply, and filter row also. So here I have class filter row, and for applying on this button we have one class apply. Okay, yeah. So now let's save and see the CSS part. Yeah. So now it is looking like this. So yeah, we can refresh it and we can see the whole data. We create, and then we choose, then we have this operators, and then we can enter the value. Like if we have entered Bob, we entered and we can see this. And we can in fact, yeah. Now we can even see this if we are if we want to add this logic. So I can have the status, an operator is equal to, and I will write active. Now apply filters. So yeah, no Bob is there with status active, but if I have or and then apply, let's refresh it, then add name equal to Bob. Let's keep this or, and then status should be equal to your inactive, okay? so we can see. Okay, so yeah, this is for this tutorial. If you like, you can subscribe my channel. And if you find this really helpful, then you can comment down for the next machine coding problem which I should take. Thank you.